Hello, this recording is for assignment 3.3 in our Cultural Context of Ministry class. This topic is on immigration, and I'm doing part 1. The following question is asked, how has the church addressed immigration more as a political topic or as an area of human need? And quite frankly, I am a little torn between the two answers given for this topic. Uh, First of all, I believe that the church has been commissioned to love everyone. And by loving everyone, that means those that are in need, we have to supply those needs for those people. Um, this means also that we have to welcome them into our friendship circles. We have to welcome them into our homes. We have to welcome them into our churches. And most importantly, especially in considering this topic, is um, do we welcome them into our nation? And um, at the same time, this topic of immigration that is that we're talking about this week, and actually this whole class, but the topic of immigration, um, I think the reason that I'm torn between the two options is an area of human need that we genuinely have to supply, and a political topic. And the political topic is, and I'm just going to take this for my experience, you've got two views on the political topic. The political topic is um, we welcome everyone and everyone can come to our nation, or um, we have rules and we have laws, and as long as you abide by those rules and those laws, then you are welcome into our nation. So, really, the part that I'm torn about is the fact that I'm a Christian and I'm American, and it seems that there is a collision course that happens between Christianity and what the Bible says we should do with foreigners, and somebody who is a nationalist or supports American viewpoints and what they think about foreigners. And I think where the crossroads is that this topic of immigration is not just dealing with people that are, you know, deserted, or people that are stranded, or people that are literally looking for a place to live, much like the Lost Boys who endured such a tragic events that led them to our country. Um, because I think as Christians and even as Americans, I don't think anybody has a problem welcoming those people into um, our nation. I think the problem occurs when you talk about um, not law abiding citizens, but actually the opposite of law abiding citizens, and that is people that are coming to our country that are drug dealers, people that are coming to our country that are in it for illegal reasons, that are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, that Christianity even abhors in some ways, and yet they are taking advantage of our nation that is a Christian nation. So um, I'm torn because politically, I completely respect and understand why we have certain laws and why all those laws must be followed for all immigrants. On that side of the aisle, I can see how one would say, you know, I love my family, I love my community, I love my church, and by not allowing anyone to come into my house, that is actually showing the love that I have for my family, for my church. I've heard it said before, and it's not original to me, that um, it's because of the people on the inside of my house that I lock my doors. Not because I don't love those that are outside of my house, but I want to make sure that I provide safety and I provide shelter and I provide comfort and security for those that I do love inside my house. And I really believe that difference of opinion between um, what the Bible really says and what American values are is the reason why, probably in my experience, that the church has really gone silent on the topic of immigration. I really think when many pastors view it and church leaders think about it, that it's a lose-lose for American churches. And the reason is because the majority of American churches are attended by conservatives. Maybe not, Republican or ultra conservative or alt right, I guess you would say, but conservative when it comes to those that support Christian moral values in the world's realm are considered conservative um, by the world standards. And this conservative viewpoint on immigration is one that does not equal with the Bible's viewpoint on immigration. And this is why this topic is really just a mesmerizing topic. And it kind of brings us to the next question, which is how might North American churches benefit from friendship and partnership with immigrants? And I personally um, see no benefit in the church meddling at all in the political world. And as much as I say that, at the same time, as a Christian, we shouldn't be subdued. We shouldn't be, um, tried to place in a box because of the political world. So, so that's my personal viewpoint. But that obviously has not stopped many of religious leaders from getting into the ring and voicing their opinion one way or the other. Some churches look at immigration and immigrants, and they see a bunch of sinners because they see people who are not abiding by the laws of the land. They see people who are coming here and really, essentially, kind of, we've got this mindset in our mind through propaganda, probably, and through other experiences, is that illegal immigrants are bad people, and just the term illegal immigrants actually, puts a bias onto these people that we don't have seen. We don't know them. We haven't put a face with their name. We don't know their life experience. And then you got the flip side of that. Others, they see foreigners and aliens in our society, and instead of looking at them as sinners, they look at them and they see an incredible harvest. I think that is probably the Christian thing to do. I think after reading all those scriptures this week on exactly what we're supposed to do with foreigners and how we're supposed to treat them and how we're supposed to love them, I believe that by viewing people through love and grace and mercy, that you're going to see them the way God sees them, and hopefully you can reciprocate that love from them. But the only way you're going to do that is if you look at them and not as a sinner, but look at them as a potential Christian, potential soul that can be saved. And I think when you look at them as a harvest, you look at them as a harvest of people really that are longing for friendship. They are people that are longing for people to love them and to partner with them. And I believe that if we are a church that is truly saying to the community that we live in, come as you are, bring me everything that you got. There's nothing that you can do or that you could bring to our church that God can't handle. And yet we exclude illegal immigrants, then we're really not being a true testament of Christianity and what we're supposed to be. I believe if we include everyone and we are not an exclusive church, then I believe the benefits are we would see a harvest, we would see an influx of people, and we would see this group of people that is longing for friendship, longing for community. We would fulfill that need that we are supposed to be as Christians. And I also think that at the end of the day, we would be a better representation of Christ to our individual community. Thank you.